Chelsea 1, Sunderland 2. Smash up the likes, subscribe if you're new. That was disgraceful, embarrassing, abysmal, pathetic performance from Chelsea. What was that? What on earth have I just had the displeasure of sitting and watching? What the hell was that? And we are massive, massive frauds. Frauds. I feel like I've been catfished because just as I felt this team was building some momentum, getting some consistency, stringing some wins together. We're talking about, we're going to go 5 wins in a row. We're going to, we're building some momentum. We need to get 12 points from these next 4 Premier League games, really solidify ourselves in the top 4 before the next international break. And then we go and do something like that. Maresca's got to take big responsibility today. He has to. Got it totally wrong. Shocking in-game management. Woeful in-game management with taking Action Pong off and putting Tosin on. Shocking from him. It's horrific in-game management. It's awful. The only way that sub is justifiable is if Action Pong is injured. How many more times do we need to see Chalobah and Tosin are not good enough? Even then, why was Fofana not an option to come on? Why not? And the goals we conceded today, the goals that we conceded, a long throw-in and a punt upfield, and in a 2v1 situation, we cannot defend it. Tosin just standing there, doesn't get tight to his man, just stands off him. Go on, mate, you hold it up and then you pass it off, and then they score. Chalobah again as well, poor in that goal. It's just unacceptable levels of performance. We started so well. We get the goal from Garnacho. Really nice goal. Takes his man on, puts the ball through the legs. After the first 5 minutes, we did absolutely nothing. Lifeless display. Lifeless display. And do you know what the worst thing is, right? Apart from Liverpool, our general level of performance this season has been abject. It's been well below par. We start slowly. We gift far too many opportunities on our goal, and we make constant individual errors. What are we doing here? There's no positive spin on today's result at all. Even if your goal is just to qualify for the Champions League, this is a shit result. Lifeless display. Concerning. Momentum was starting to build. And we conceded from a long throw and a hoof up the pitch, as I said. Basic goals being conceded all season. First half against Forest was shocking, but we got away with it because they were awful. The margin for error at the moment with us is so small, given the level of chances that we consistently, week in, week out, give up to the opposition. But you know what the most concerning thing was today, guys? Is that we created nothing. We created nothing at home to Sunderland. Nothing. That's so bad. Complete lack of creativity, complete lack of cutting edge, a complete lack of precision against another deep block, and we pay the price and get counter-attacked on once again late on in a game. We had no answers to them. We had absolutely no answers to them. The game plan was in the bin at 1-1. The game plan was in the bin at 1-1. They just sat in. The subs were poor. Sunderland sat in, absorbed pressure, kitchen towel football. And we were just slow, lazy, walking pace, knocking it side to side, spamming crosses into the box with no one there. And the quality of crosses was absolutely horrendous. You have to question the constant poor performances from us against lesser sides. Because otherwise, we're never going to progress as a team. This sort of performance has got to be called out. The fact that we created nothing at home against Sunderland is really, really worrying. This was an abject performance. It was so bad. I cannot stress enough how bad this performance was. And you can talk about, you know, the subs and whatnot, and the toss in for Action Pong, and that was awful, and it did cost us. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to be tactically unreal, tactically elite to beat Sunderland. With the greatest of respect to them, and fair play to them, they deserved it, and fair play to their fans who are outstanding. The manager's got to learn from this. The manager has got to learn from this. Took off our best centre-back, and you lose in the fashion that we lost when we were comfortable at 1-1. Even 1-0's a poor result, but we were comfortable at 1-0. It's just absolutely disgraceful. But apparently you can't criticise because that's not objective. Oh, you know, Chelsea are going to challenge for the title, people tell me. Oh, you know, we're gonna thrash this. Someone had the audacity to call me out in the comments on my preview. Oh, you don't back this team. You don't believe in this team. You always predict narrow wins. I predicted a 2-1 win today. And guess what? We lost 2-1. So don't come at me with your predictions in the results. Why are you so negative? Why are you only predicting narrow wins for us? That is why. Because this team has got no consistency. No consistency whatsoever. And these are the most important games for Chelsea at the moment. If you're going to become a serious contender, guys, you have to become ruthless at burying weaker opposition, especially at home. And time again, we are not doing that. And we are still not doing it. We weren't moving it quick enough after we scored the goal. Against the back five, you have to stretch the play. You have to pull them out of position. You have to stick the knife through them. Pedro, Mark Guiu, Enzo Fernandez, not rotating enough in forward areas, not good enough. Wingers not winning their battles. Pedro and Garnacho are just exactly the same player. They just play on opposite flanks. One likes to spam crosses in the air, and the other one likes to spam crosses in along the ground. Both of them aren't really good enough. Both of them aren't really good enough. And João Pedro today, awful. He's been awful. And his level of performance needs to be called out because he has not been good enough for weeks. Passenger in games, anonymous, offering absolutely nothing. And he again, he has a few neat touches in and around the box. Shocking performance from him. Awful level of performance from Mark Guiu. The attack in general was really, really poor. And do you know what is even worse? We spent all this money. We signed all these players. And our front three, I know Liam Delap's out and I know Palmer's out, but our front three today was Guiu, Neto, and either Ganachins or Gittins. Simply unacceptable. We downgraded on Jackson. I don't care what anyone says, because João Pedro is a worse number 9 than Nicholas Jackson. And yet, directors just sit there, don't get any criticism, and when the luck goes their way and we win games and players score or whatever, you get pieces coming out that, oh, it's all great, look at our recruitment, look at this, look at that. Maresca isn't blameless, as I've said, but without a proper 10 and without a number 9, it is very difficult to do anything. We downgraded a key position. There's no fitness to rely on. We can't outrun teams. No star player to bail us out. And we're basically reliant on Esteval and Achimpong to hold things down. That is what we are reliant on. Esteval and Achimpong to hold it down for us. I mean, seriously. What on earth are we doing? What are we doing? Defensively, just all over the place. You know, Maresca saying afterwards that, you know, Pedro, Enzo and Caicedo are all not training every day because they're managing injuries. We created nothing today. If these players are carrying injuries, why are you not taking them off earlier? Why are you not using the squad? I get it, you didn't sign for Facundo Buonanotte, but that's the replacement 10. Doesn't even make the matchday squad. What are we doing here? We're losing second balls. Players are not performing at 100%. We weren't good enough. And it's just so frustrating and so shit because we were starting to build a run, putting a run together. And then the soft underbelly comes out and shows itself yet again. Maresca has to take responsibility, as I've said a couple of occasions already. But the blame as well. So many of the players are not reaching consistent levels of performance. It's absolutely insane, guys, that other than Caicedo, Reece James, Cucurella, the players that we're hanging our hats on and putting the responsibility on to perform are 19-year-old Josh Achimpong and an 18-year-old Esteval. How is that possible? How on earth is that possible, guys? How? I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And it was just so entirely predictable as well. We were utterly useless today. We were useless. Yeah, maybe we could have played through the middle more. But still, Pedro and Guiu were offering nothing. Absolutely nothing they were offering. It's just constantly one step forward, two steps back with this team. Not good enough. The squad isn't good enough. Look at the players we're bringing off the bench today. And then look at the players in Arsenal bring off the bench. Look at the players at Liverpool bring off the bench. Look at the players at City bring off the bench. The squad's not good enough. The recruitment's poor. And it's come home to roost again today. And there are going to be more results like this and more performances like this because we're inconsistent. And this is happening by design because of the way that we've recruited. Man United are going to be 2 points above us. They've played harder fixtures. They're going to take 6 points from teams that we took no points from. People need to wake up. Wake up, guys. Because we're in a top 4 battle. And that is it. Simple as that. We aren't killers. We aren't killers. We're not ruthless. And these kind of games have been our Achilles heel for years. And it's all our own doing. If we cannot cut out basic errors, if we cannot create more chances, and we cannot be clinical in front of goal, then we are really, really going to struggle to take this team to the next level. The ceiling on this squad is finishing 4th in the Premier League. That is the ceiling for this team. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Simply unacceptable. Absolutely nowhere today. Absolutely nowhere. Embarrassing, abysmal, pathetic performance. Spineless cowards. Where's the leadership? Where's the responsibility? Where's the creativity? Esteval comes on. We don't even get him in the game. We barely get the ball to him. Garnacho and Pedro Neto, not good enough. Neto, I like him. He works hard. He needs more end product. If you're a serious team, Pedro Neto is a rotation option. Simple as that. Too many players are not at the standard required, and too many players do not perform on a consistent basis often enough. Manager making mistakes. If only we'd signed a top quality centre-back in the summer. All of these things coming home to roost. And that is why this season we're in a top 4 battle. And it is unacceptable to be in a position that we're in with the money that we've spent. But it's a gross misspending and misallocation of funds. But that's what we are right now. We're going to win some games. We'll turn up in big games. We'll put in some good performances. And we'll have games like this as well where we're simply not good enough. I'm sick of it. Something has to change. Smash the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace.